the things I'm quite interested in, though, is that if there's going to be a proliferation of these laws like we've seen in Texas, where you can deputise people to have civil suits against anyone who's helping procure an abortion, it can be an Uber driver. Are we going to see an explosion of those laws?
I think those were designed as a way around Roe versus Wade, and with Roe versus Wade going away, I don't think you'll see those same machinations to try and sort of thread the needle to get around the restrictions that Roe versus Wade put on on abortion. But it's a fascinating example because now other states, more liberal-leaning states, more left-wing-leaning states in my country, are looking at ways to say, get around the Second Amendment protections that the court has given in order to deputize people to enforce gun laws and so forth. So it's a fascinating sort of development. Let's hope things get simpler. I don't think they'll get any better in my country, but at least they'll be simpler, and you'll have legislatures deciding laws instead of courts.
And can I ask you, we just had the Prime Minister speaking in Darwin. He was asked a number of national security type questions, and in particular about the increasing number of US Marines there. This is the story of our time, how security is changing in this region. I'm not sure if you saw the details of the AUKUS alliance, that there was concern that Labor wasn't briefed in enough. Do you think that that really would have cut through in Washington?
I'm sorry, cut through in what fashion? I'm sorry,
I mean, they're saying that Labor wasn't briefed and that the US wanted a bipartisan commitment from Australia and that Labor should have been briefed much sooner.
Again, I'll leave it to you folks as to how you want to handle your internal politics. We really don't perceive the relationship as changing much if it goes from Labor to the Liberal Party, just as I don't think you really perceive it that differently, whether it's Republicans or the Democrats. The relationship is cultural, it's almost familial, and it's long, I mean, it's over 100 years now, this relationship. So it's not the type of thing that I think sort of changes dramatically with party changes. What you're seeing is a commitment by both Republicans and Democrats in Washington, D.C. to reinforce the Quad countries, to develop this sort of counterbalance to China. China has not fared well in sort of the League of Nations over its behavior on COVID, its behavior on Russia. And I think you continue to see strengthened relationships between our two countries, which you saw with the critical minerals agreement we had a couple of weeks ago. Right. And with the appointment of Caroline Kennedy, the confirmation this week, a tremendous commitment, I think, to that ongoing relationship.
Yeah, no, we're all looking forward to Caroline Kennedy starting. I've heard that she might not be living in Canberra, though. She might choose to live in Sydney instead.
I will, I won't get into domestic politics in this country. I've been in Sydney for the first time, and it's absolutely fabulous. I'm sure Canberra is lovely as well.
It does have beautiful beaches, so. Mick Mulvaney, thank you for your time.